Hmm. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, good evening, and good night, ladies and gentlemen, wherever you are. Today, I would like to present our research journal with the title is Bibliometric Computational Mapping Analysis of Publication on Green Finance and Financial Technology using Vosviewer. Before entering the session, I would like to introduce myself and introduce the second author to our journal. My name is Muhamad Fajrinur, and I am a student majoring in management at Pelita Bangsa University. And the second is one of our lecturer at the Faculty of Economic and Business, Pelita Bangsa University, Mr. Muhammad Syahwildan. Previously, I was very happy to be able to share the result of our research at the first Pelita International Conference, was held at Pelita Bangsa University. Okay, let's try into the presentation. First, let's look at some of the content that I will present. The first is introduction. Second is the purpose of the study. The third is about data and methodology. The fourth is research finding, and the last is conclusion and recommendation. Okay, the first introduction. The concept of sustainability finance or finance related to the environment has become increasingly important over the last few years. In order to combine technology and finance to accomplish sustainable development goals, the idea of green finance technology first developed. A financial technology idea known as green financial technology focus on green finance that encourage green investment. Given the popularity of green finance and vintage among practitioners, the theme of green finance and vintage has also become a hot topic in academic research. However, even though of a lot, however, even though a lot of research discuss green finance and financial technology, surprisingly, there is still little literature that specifically discuss green vintage. Second, the purpose of study to explore and develop studies on green vintage. This paper will combine green finance and financial technology using a computational bibliometric mapping analysis approach. In particular, bibliometric analysis involving research study in the last 5 years between 2018 and 2022 using the Vosviewer application, which has also not been widely carried out. To conduct a computational study that using bibliometric analysis to map indexed article on Google Scholar using Vosviewer software. To provide a reference for researchers in determining and exploring research themes, especially those related to the field of green financial technology. The third, data and methodology. The data used in this research are articles indexed by Google Scholar. In order to obtain research data, we use a reference management application called Publish or Perish, or POP. POP software was used to conduct a literature review on our chosen topic. The researcher was conducted through several stages. First, collection of publication data using the Publish or Perish application. The second, bibliometric data processing for articles that have been obtained using the Microsoft Excel application. The third, computational mapping analysis of bibliometric publication data using the Vosviewer application. And the last, The fourth, analysis of computational mapping analysis result. Filtering article using the term green finance technology and green finance and financial technology and green vintage is done by searching for article data using the POP tool. The research article utilized in this study were released between the years of 2018 and 2022. All information was gathered in June 2023. The research information system file format and comma separate value format were used to export the article that met the criteria for selection and that met the research analysis criteria. Additionally, article data from database source was mapped using the Vosviewer program. Three different types of publishing mapping, including network visualization, density visualization, and network-based overlay. Visualization between existing elements were created using Vosviewer. 989 search totaling data processing for bibliometric analysis utilizing the mapping visualization of Vosviewer obtained from the Google Scholar database. The fourth is the research finding. A total of 989 data articles that met the research requirement were collected based on data monitoring using publish or perish reference management program from the Google Scholar database. This information is in the form of the article metadata, which includes the author name, article link, year of publication, journal name, publisher, number of citation, and related URLs. All publications used in this analysis received 2,451 citation with an average of 4,890 citation each year. The average number of author in the paper used was 2.63. There was 24.72 citation for each article, and all article had an average age index of 71 and age index of 111. You can see at the table 1 is the research metric. The next is development of research in the field of green vintage. Table 2 lists as the list research finding in the field of green financial technology that have been published in journal indexed by Google Scholar. Based on the information in table 1, it's clear that 989 papers in the subject of green financial technology were published between 2018 and 2022. 99 articles were published in 2018, and then 181 article in 2019, 243 article in 2020, and 239 article in 2021, and 225 article in 2022. According to the number of publication, research on green financial technology tends to grow every year, especially in the last 5 years, although it has slightly decreased in the previous 2 years. In figure 1, you can see how is progressing. As you can see at the figure 1 is show the development of green financial technology research over the last 5 years in the range from 2018 to 2022. Based on figure 1 is it is known that research development related to green financial technology have experienced a slight decline from 2022 to 20 and 2022. This decrease can be seen from the number of publications in 2020 of 243 to year of 2022 of only 250 publication. Previously, the development of green finance technology research experienced a significant increase in 2018 to 2022. Visualization of green finance and financial technology topic areas using Vosviewer. You can see at the slide number 9, the data from the paper is subject to computational mapping. Computational mapping makes use of Vosviewer. We can see on the figure that there is 227 objects were discovered from the computational mapping findings. The data mapping breaks down each item connected to green finance and financial technology into 8 clusters, where each cluster has the several item and its own color. For example, and in the cluster 1, and the cluster 1 has red color and has 48 item. Where there is item are keywords which are of course different from the other cluster. Cluster 1 different from the cluster 2, and cluster 2 different from the cluster 3. I can mention these items one by one because this will take up a lot of time. I'm really sorry. Each cluster show how one pairs is related to another. Each pairs is labeled with a colored circle next to it. Depending on how often a tribe appears, the circle size for each tribe fluctuates. Circle label size colored well with the use of pairs in abstract and title. Label size increase with word frequency. Okay, next slide is the slide number 10. We move on to the next slide. We can see 3 models here. Network visualization is in the figure number 3. You can see that number 3 is network visualization of green finance and finance technology. Density visualization in the figure number 5, and overlay visualization in the figure number 4. There are the 3 components of mapping visualization study in this study. The figure number 3 are representation the interrelationship between concept. An interconnected network is used to describe the relationship between concepts. Cluster of each pairs that are often studied and associated with the subject of financial technology and green finance study. The depiction of density is shown in figure number 5. Based on density visualization, the pairs will appear more often. The brighter the yellow color and the larger the diameter of term label circle. This shows that many studies have been conducted on related topic. Likewise, if the term color is less distinct from the background color, fewer studies have been conducted. According to figure 5, there are many studies related to the green finance, financial technology, vintage, technology, and research. And the next is figure number 4, show an overlay visualization on green finance technology research. This visualization overlay demonstrates the novelty of research on related terms. Figure 4 show that the most research on financial technology is carried out in 2019 to 2020. Meanwhile, research on green finance is mostly carried out in the period 2020 to 2021. This show that the research related to financial technology has opportunities for renewal. Thus, we can easily make new research on financial technology. Okay, we can move on. The next slide is uh, according the network visualization cluster, research on green finance and finance technology can be split into three categories. For example, this terminology and cluster one has the word green finance, which has a total of 191 linkage, an overall link strength of 1,000 and 1,802 and 352 even. This is the network visualization of green finance. The second term is the financial technology. It has a total of 197 links, a total of strengths of 2,046 links, and 457 occurrence. Yeah, this is the image network image of the network visualization of financial technology. And the third term is the sorry. And the third term is fintech. The third term is fintech, which is include in cluster two. In cluster two, with a total of 186 links, a total of 1,000 and a total of 1,121 link strengths and 224 event. In this figure number 9, we can see that the network visualization of green vintage. Yeah, vintage has only 32 links in the chain and links to 6 event. According to mapping data, vintage and financial technology, in contrast to green finance, are often used interchangeably and are considered to have significant significance. Based on this finding, it can be said that there is still a strong possibility that the subject of vintage will be studied and associated with other concepts, which will have a greater impact on research about it. Based on the results on the collect article data mapping, it appears that the keyword green vintage is still still rarely used in research. Most of the research only use term of field related to green finance, financial technology, and fintech. From the result of the study, research on green fintech that is newer and up to date can be solved. And the next slide is mapping bibliometric analysis in the topic area of green finance and financial technology using Vosviewer. You can see at the figure number 10 is the network visualization between the terms. Bibliometric analysis mapping was carried out using the Vosviewer application. Several conditions were carried out, namely the minimum value of the apparent appearance of the term was 2 times, so that 44 terms were found. Figure number 9 shows at the network visualization between terms. Network visualization show the connectedness between terms. Figure number 9, yeah. Sorry, figure number 10. Really sorry. Figure number 10. The circle in the picture is not not describe a term contained in green finance and finance technology based on case in figure number 10 is known that the size of the color nodes indicates the number of occurrence of a term. The number of time the keyword appears. The larger the cycle of a term, the higher of number of occurrence, and the thicker the connection between nodes, the greater the total strength link between the terms. In this figure number 11, show the relationship between the terms green finance and financial technology. Based on this figure, the strength of the linkage between the term green finance and financial technology is only 5. Figure number 12 show the linkage between the term green finance and vintage with a link strength value of 10, and figures number 13 show that green vintage has no relation to any term, so it has no link strength value. The strength of the relationship show the strength of the relationship between the two terms. The higher the value indicates, the stronger the relationship between the two terms. Based on the link strength value, the connectedness of the terms green finance and vintage is stronger when compared to the connectedness of green finance and finance technology. This means that more researchers are linking green finance and vintage research. Meanwhile, the term of green vintage has no relation to green finance or financial technology. Okay, the next slide is the last conclusion and recommendation. Computational mapping analysis of published research bibliometric data is the aim of this study. The term financial technology and green finance refers to the publishing subject chosen for the study. The paper used were obtained from POP from the Google Scholar database. Title and abstract are one of the library information used in this study. 989 related articles were published between 2018 and 2022, according to research result. The finding reveal that research on green finance technology increased significantly between 2018 and 2020, and then decreased somewhat between 2020 and 2022. The research findings suggest that there are still many opportunities for research in green vintage, which are also related to other topics. In additional further research is still needed on the fresh financial technology. Okay, that's the presentation I delivered. I hope it can be useful and add to our scientific knowledge. I apologize if there are many shortcomings in the presentation of the material. I close the presentation this time. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.